Hey everybody, and welcome to my kitchen. This is Mark, Kilogram with Mark, and I am super happy to have you with me today. Today we are gonna cook a dessert, and this is a dessert that's really kind of brings me back, as well as some of the other desserts that I make, but this one is it's kind of special, I guess. I don't know, because of the experience I had first time I experienced this dessert. And the first time I ever experienced this dessert was actually in a French restaurant in Scottsdale, Arizona, when I was probably about 11 or 12 years old. And it's Bananas Foster. And I'll tell you a little bit about Bananas Foster. Bananas Foster was created at a restaurant in historic New Orleans, Louisiana, which is a wonderful place. I love Louisiana. I love New Orleans, Baton Rouge. I mean, it's a wonderful historic place to go. But there's this absolutely amazing restaurant there called Brennan's, and back in 1951, Brennan's created this dessert called Bananas Foster, and it was named after a man who was one of their loyal customers named Richard Foster. And anyway, that's basically where it happened. Well, that's not basically where it happened, it's exactly where it happened. Anyway, and it's basically, no, I'm sorry, why do I keep saying basically? Anyway, it's prepared with ripe but firm bananas. You don't want overripe bananas for this dessert because we're going to be cooking them, okay? You want them to be ripe but not overly ripe, okay? You want them to be firm still, okay? And then they are sauteed in a rum-infused caramel sauce, which is amazing. I'm inspired by one of my subscribers to make this dessert, and a little story behind that, I was actually just on vacation. Was supposed to be a short vacation, maybe 4 or 5 days, ended up being 2 weeks. I went and visited friends and family. I got to see some of my best friends. I unfortunately didn't get to see all of them. Got to hang out with one of my really close friends and do some karaoke with her. I'm not a singer, but I had a blast. Anyway, and then I got to stay with some great friends. And this is a dessert that I made for one of my really good friends, Ken, and I made it many years ago. And instead of serving it traditionally on ice cream, I actually made this, I made this thick slice French toast. I did this for breakfast. And I did this, I had some friends over for a barbecue, and you know, there was drinking and things like that. So some of the people spent the night, and in the morning I made breakfast. And this was the breakfast I made. I made thick sliced French toast, and I made Bananas Foster to put over the top of it. And it was a big hit. But I made Bananas Foster for Ken, his wife, and his entire family this weekend at their house. This past week at their house. Anyway, and we did a traditional over vanilla ice cream. And of course he loved it. And it turned out very well. And so I thought, well, what happened was Ken's wife, Dee, I love you, she took pictures of me working in the kitchen with their daughter Jaden. And anyway, blah, 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 blah. I was teaching Jaden how to cook. I have a video I'm working on editing right now. I'm having a lot of difficulty editing it because I am not a video editor. I'm still a novice. I'm still learning. But anyway, she posted it on Facebook, and a bunch of people were asking questions, friends that, you know, I have and whatever. So Bananas Foster became the subject matter, and one of my subscribers and friends said, hey, could you show us how to make bananas Foster? So every time I get a request from somebody, I try to fulfill it. And so far, I'm 100% on all those requests. So anyway, let's get to it. I will tell you the classic way to make bananas Foster. I am actually going to tweak the recipe just a little bit for what I'm going to make tonight. But I will give you the actual classic recipe made at Brennan's restaurant in New Orleans if you want to make it exactly like that. I tweak it a little bit for my own purposes, but it's basically the same recipe. So anyway, without further ado, let's get cooking and make some bananas Foster. All right, so what we have here is I've already prepared. Now this recipe I'm going to give you will serve 4 to 6 people. All right, I'm not making that much. I'm going to make everything exactly the same way. I'm just going to use less bananas. Okay, I only have 2 medium-sized bananas cut up. This recipe will call for 4 large bananas, and you want to peel them. You want to cut them lengthwise, and then cut them in half. So 1 banana is going to end up 4 pieces. Okay, so this recipe calls for 4 bananas. Okay, and it serves 4 to 6 people, even maybe 8. Okay, you're going to need some ground cinnamon. You're going to need some rum. In Brennan's, they use amber rum. I'm using Captain Morgan spiced rum because that's what I have. I actually used a dark rum over at Ken and Dee's when I made it at their house. You're going to need 1 cup of brown sugar. Brennan's uses dark brown sugar. Okay, and you're going to need 2 ounces, which is 4 tablespoons or half a stick of butter. Okay, so we have 2 ounces or 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. We've got 1 cup of brown sugar, generally dark brown sugar. This is golden brown sugar. We use 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Okay, 1/4 cup of amber rum. This is, of course, Captain Morgan spiced rum. Here's to you, honey. Cheers. It's just actually 1/4 cup is a little bit more than a shot. This is a 1 shot glass. 1/4 cup would actually probably fill this right to the top, and then you wouldn't be able to pick it up. You'd have to drink some of it. All right, and then of course the bananas sliced and halved. Okay, and then I am going to put my little twist. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of my homemade vanilla extract. Okay, and normally Brennan's, this is the one difference in all this really that is different from the way I'm doing it to the way the original recipe done at Brennan's is, they would put a 1/4 cup of banana liqueur. And I'll tell you when, during the process, you would put that banana liqueur in. Okay? So let's go ahead and get this done. Oh, and you need a real good vanilla ice cream. I use vanilla bean ice cream. Use your favorite vanilla ice cream. Okay, first step is to melt the butter. Okay, so I've got the skillet on. Don't mind, you're going to be looking at what I'm doing here, not my ugly mug, okay? Every time I make a video, my goal is to make it short. I don't think I'm capable of making a short video. I really don't. I think because I do too much of this. I'm getting there. I'm going to go ahead and pop in the brown sugar. Okay, boom. That's 1 cup of brown sugar. okay? And you want to melt the brown sugar and the butter together, all right, until it's not grainy, okay? I'm going to add the vanilla into this, okay? But we want to melt these together, okay? And make, because this is our sauce. This is going to be our sauce. Okay, here comes the vanilla. All right. Ooh, and this is pure Madagascar vanilla made with vodka. And you want it to get to a consistency where it is creamy, but we're nowhere there near that. This is going to take a couple of minutes to get to where, what do you want to do is you want it to where it just flows easily off the back of a spoon. See how it stick into the spoon? We want it to flow easily off the back of the spoon. And you basically are gonna pretty much keep stirring it most of the time. I use a medium to medium high heat. Okay. It does smell fantastic. How can you go wrong with butter, brown sugar, and vanilla, right? How can you go wrong with that, okay? Now I'm going to grab our cinnamon and we're going to do half a teaspoon of cinnamon, okay? So a half a teaspoon of cinnamon in the party, okay? Now it's really picking up all those beautiful odors, the smell of the cinnamon, the brown sugar, the butter, the vanilla. Oh man. You want to get it completely combined. You don't want the sugar completely melted and combined with the butter. You want the cinnamon completely mixed in, okay? And you pretty much want to stir it. It's going to take a couple of minutes. Oh man, that smells good. It's going to take a couple of minutes. Look at that. It's getting there. But you still see a little graininess to the brown sugar. So we're going to go a little bit longer. Like I said, you want all that sugar broke down. Okay? You do not want it grainy. Ooh, look at that. Okay. I think we're there. Okay? Okay, I'm going to put the bananas in now. And you want to put the bananas in the round side down. You put the bananas in there, round side down like this, okay? Get them in there, just like that, okay? And that's exactly how you want to do it, just like that. Okay, now you want the bananas, they're gonna be in there and they're gonna cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. We're gonna flip them over after about a minute or so. We'll flip them over, okay? Now the bananas are gonna sweat some of that banana liquid out of them. All right, let's go ahead and flip them over, okay? Oh, that smells good. Okay. Look at that. Oh, that looks amazing, doesn't it? Like I said, this part takes 2 to 3 minutes. Okay? We're getting close. We're getting real close to being already done. See how liquidy it's gotten? See that? It's not thick and grainy like the brown sugar anymore. It's more like a nice, real nice liquid. Well, all right, so you got to remove it from the heat, okay? Pour the rum in there, and turn it to the heat. We're not having any luck with the flambe. That's okay. It worked fine when I did it this weekend. I don't know why it's not working this time. Maybe it's the rum. But this is done. This is done, okay? That is Bananas Foster right there. All right, here we are. Here's our Bananas Foster. There's our beautiful vanilla bean ice cream, our bananas, the sauce on it. It looks pretty doggone good if I don't say so myself. Looks pretty good. So let's give this a try. So I'm gonna whack off a little banana there. Get some of that sauce. Oh man, is that good. Oh my gosh, that is so good. You really, really, really have got to give this a try. Let's go for another bite. Man, that is an amazing flavor. Wow. Oh man. It's like the perfect pairing of flavors. I mean, super rich, yummy vanilla bean ice cream, bananas, all right. Brown sugar, butter, cinnamon, and the rum, crazy as it may seem, there's almost a 1/4 cup of rum in there, but it doesn't taste like rum. I personally am not a big fan of rum. Actually, I don't really drink much at all. I use, alcohol, different liqueurs for cooking, but I'm not a big drinker just to drink alcohol. I mean, it's not saying I don't drink at all. Okay. I do, but only on occasion. But this right here, delicious. Try it. Super easy. It takes about 15 minutes to make it. Unless you're making a YouTube video, then it takes an hour. But if you're just whipping it together for your family, literally 15 minutes. I'm kidding you. I'm not kidding. And you YouTubers out there, you know it's true. 15-minute video, take you 2 hours to make it. Anyway, sometimes. Try this. It's amazing. It's delicious. It's super easy. Not a lot of ingredients. It goes together quickly. I don't know why it wouldn't flame up for me. I think I had a heat just to the point where it was burning the alcohol off too quick. But that's okay. It doesn't have to start on fire. The alcohol will burn off just sheerly from the heat in the cooking. But it's a lot more fun when you can throw a light to it and it lights up and burns, right? The one I made this weekend at Kid and Dee's house, it flamed up real good. And it was cool. Anyway, I want to eat this. Because it's delicious and it's melting. And I want to eat it before it's completely melted. So please do me this favor. If you found this video informative, if you enjoyed watching it, give me a like, right? Hit that freaking like button. Over there, I don't know, man, somewhere right over there, there's a subscribe button. Push that subscribe button. Share this video with your friends. Share it on your social media. I want everybody to be able to realize that this is a super easy, delicious dessert to make. You'll wow your friends. You'll impress your family. And everybody will think wow, what an awesome, awesome cook you are. All right? It's that easy. So thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you. Goodbye.